Hello, 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 and welcome back to Spoonie Games and a demo delight. And I was going to delve into the backlog of demos that I've got to pick one out, but since it's Steam Next Fest and that is just littered with demos, I got myself even more demos. And so I'm going to try and get through 3 of them in this video, and we're starting with this one. If I can say the name, probably gonna butcher it entirely. Yamigatari For3st, maybe? That's how you say it? Who knows? I don't. Apparently I'm in a spooky wood and something's gonna spook me in the face. Else can save your game, saved often since the future is uncertain. Yep, I'm gonna die.
I thought this camping trip would be an escape.
It was an escape from life, living.
It was supposed to be peaceful. Just me, the forest, and silence.
You know the forest is like home to lots and all things.
Away from the city, the noise, the chaos. I needed to breathe again.
But now something wants to stop you from breathing, I'm guessing.
The first day felt perfect. I found a clearing by the lake, far from any trails. No phone signal, no distractions. Just wind through the trees and water lapping at the shore.
Yeah, sounds peaceful, but you're also isolated. And away from everyone, in the middle of nowhere. And that's where the horror
For the
starts.
first time in months, I slept well.
I would say. And also with your tent door open. Not that a tent really offers much protection, but like, yeah, I would do
The
that.
forest felt safe. Then came the third night.
So, what happened to the second night?
That night, I dreamed something that changed everything. I had a dream that felt too real. I was standing in complete darkness surrounded by bodies. They stretched endlessly into the black.
Nora.
Then I heard it, a woman's voice calling my name. My feet started moving on their own.
Seeing, can I use a controller? Oh, I can. And I can only move forward. So surrounded by bodies, but it's either they are straw doll type things, or they're in bags. We can turn the light on and off. We can only go that way. Nothing else seems to...
This way.
Well, I can only go this way, so
The
I
voice
imagine
kept
it
getting
is.
closer, but I could feel eyes on me. My heart was racing. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't stop moving.
Well, let's just walk to the voice and have it eat us. But this is just a dream anyway.
Almost there.
Yay!
The feeling of being watched grew stronger, like something was following just behind me. I was terrified, but I couldn't stop walking toward the voice.
Can we turn around now then? No, okay. Still moving this way.
Then everything went silent. I couldn't hear anything, not even my own breathing.
I like how it says it's gone silent, but you can still hear the weird moans in the distance.
Then I saw something ahead of me in the darkness. Something hanging, swaying slightly.
Oh no.
I saw myself hanging there in front of me. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe, couldn't scream.
That's not what you want to find.
You're mine now.
The laughter was inhuman, echoing through the darkness and piercing straight through my head. I woke up gasping. The laughter still rang in my ears.
And there was a pair of eyes at the tent door.
That dream. It felt too real. I tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. The next day, the forest felt different.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go back to sleep after a freaky ass dream. I would have been
The
up,
air was colder,
out, gone.
heavier. I started hearing things. Footsteps in the distance, branches snapping when nothing was there. At first, I told myself it was just the wind or animals. But deep down, I knew something was out there.
So I packed up my stuff and I left.
When night came again, I saw it.
So you woke up, everything was weird, you were freaked out, creeped out, footsteps breaking branches, and yet you spent the rest of the day there and tonight and didn't leave.
Something was at the edge of the clearing.
That's such a horror trope. Like when they move into a haunted house and like all the stuff's going down, things are moving, children coming out with creepy words or like walking around at night saying about, I've seen my new friend. They've been here forever and ever. And the parents have seen stuff or they're suspicious about things. No one does like, yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here. Like, sending a priest in, gonna cleanse the place. I'm going. They can tell me it's done, and then possibly I might move. But now they're all like, it's fine. The sofa just occasionally catches fire. It just happens.
Too tall to be human. It didn't move. Just stood there in the darkness, watching me. For a moment, I couldn't move, couldn't think. Every instinct screamed at me to run.
Yeah, you should have done that earlier.
I didn't think. I grabbed my backpack and bolted. I ran blindly through the trees. Branches whipped across my face. The shadows around me seemed to multiply with every step. I can still hear the footsteps behind me. I have to keep moving. It's still out there, following me. And it's getting closer.
Okay, so
How long have I been running? Hours. I can't tell anymore. I can't keep going. My legs are shaking. Wait, I don't hear anything. Maybe I finally lost it.
I doubt it.
No, it's still out there. I need to get out of this forest. I have to keep moving until I find somewhere safe.
And what would make it safe when you've got some eldritch horror following you? Okay. New save. All we can do is go forward.
Wait, are those graves? Out here? In the middle of the forest?
Maybe it was a forest village.
Who would bury people in a place like this? Some of these look ancient. The stone is so worn. And there are so many of them. What happened here?
Big village. Big village go boom. Lots of dead people.
I need to keep moving. This place isn't safe.
Well, you're the one that keeps stopping.
The stone is too worn. I can't read.
To my sinister hand, the sunrise bends where shadows reach their darkness ends.
Sinister. That's an odd choice of word. Who would write something like this on a grave? The way it's written, this feels intentional. Like a message left behind for someone to find.
Yeah, that's kind of what they do.
No date, no name I can read, just forgotten. The crow isn't afraid of me. It's just watching. It's so still, like it's waiting for something.
It's dinner. That's what it's waiting for.
An old well. Looks like it hasn't been used in years.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, don't look down the
Can't
well.
see the bottom. There should be a handle here, but it's missing.
We also have.
No. It's still out there. Still following me. I can't stay here. I have to keep moving.
Again, you're the one that keeps stopping me from moving you on.
A deep hole blocking my path. Can't see the bottom. Just darkness. I need to find a way across.
Well, back in the first one you're on, there was a plank. But you didn't want to know about the plank because no item came up. So now we have to run all the way back to grab
An
that.
old wooden board.
I'm assuming it's on a time type thing. Where if I took a while to do that, I would have run into the Google behind
Still
me.
need to find There. That should hold my weight. Now, I can keep moving.
Yep. So what's the other stuff I have? Notebook, lighter. Okay.
What is this? A tunnel?
I'm screwed.
This tunnel looks ancient. Centuries old. There's no light inside. Just endless black. Everything in me is saying turn back. That feeling again. Like I'm being watched.
Let's go forward into the darkness of the unknown and get eaten.
It's getting
Or
closer.
turn around to whatever that
I
is
can't stay here.
and
The
get
tunnel
eaten.
is the only way forward. Whatever's inside can't be worse than what's out here.
What's the
It's so dark. I can
devil you
barely
know
see
for the
anything
devil you don't know?
ahead. No one's been down here in years. Maybe decades. Every instinct I have is telling me to turn back.
Yeah, we got that.
But I can't go back. Not with that thing out there. Forward. That's the only way now.
Okay. You don't need to keep going over the same things all the time.
Are those graves?
Yes, more graves. You had graves outside, you got graves inside. There's graves
4 of
everywhere.
them, all lined up. Who would be buried down here in the dark? Something terrible happened here.
Yep. Age 6. His laughter silenced when the strange girl led him away. His mother still hears him calling at night.
His mother still hears him calling at night. That's not right.
That's probably, loss, wanting to hear your child again. I'd say that's kind of normal.
Who was she?
Guessing the one in your dream. Followed the strange girl into the shadows. For 4 nights she called his name, then claimed him. His cries echoed from the depths below.
She called his name for 4 nights, like she was hunting him.
The darkness of the tunnel holds her still. We light 2 candles to guide her home.
They light 2 candles for her, still hoping after all this time.
Beneath the stone rests only memories. Yuki followed the strange girl into darkness. The shack's clock stopped when she vanished.
Another child. Another mention of this strange girl. All these children vanished in this tunnel. All these poor children.
Yeah, and now you're in the tunnel. And
Is that a child crying? Hello? What the?
Shadow!
That was a child! A little boy! The look on his face. Pure terror. What was he running from? This place. It's not just abandoned. Something evil is here. I need to move.
Yes, move towards the evil.
What's this? A journal page pinned to the ground?
It's been exactly 6 months since... Oh, I was doing it. Saw her child in this tunnel. Just the head floating in darkness. Nobody comes here now. Don't let her find you. Yay!
Don't let her find you. Is this about that thing that's been following me? This is a warning. Someone was trying to warn others about whatever's down here.
Now are we out of the tunnel? Is this more tunnel? Oh! It's just eyes everywhere.
My head. What happened? Where am I?
Looks like you're in your dream again.
Oh God. No, no, no. This isn't real. This can't be real. I can't stay here.
What do you mean it's not real? Everyone knows about the 1 o'clock eyes in the sky phenomenon.
There has to be a way out.
So we're running this way.
Those eyes. They're so red. And they won't stop staring.
Okay, cool. Now, carry on. The dark is safe. Walk like mist. Be mute as death. She cannot hunt what isn't there. Hold it. What was that? I can't do this anymore. The office, the fake smiles, pretending everything is fine when I'm suffocating. Everyone keeps asking if I'm okay, but they don't actually want to hear the answer. I need to get away somewhere I don't have to perform, don't have to be on all the time. Just a week in the forest, no people, no noise, no questions. Okay. Thanks for playing. Okay. Short and sweet. I'm not sure why it says about save often, because you don't know your future unless it is like quick decisions, else death. But interesting. Hopefully it gets flushed out a bit, maybe cut down on some of the repetitive dialogue. That's the only like little criticism I would have about it. Right, let's move on to the next. I was surprised to see this because I watched a video of the trailer of this earlier today, and I didn't realise there was a demo out of it. Parasite Mutant, which looks a lot like Parasite Eve. So it seems like, I don't know if it's the same people that made those, or it's fans of it, that they got fed up of waiting and was just like, I'll do it myself. So I thought, yeah, I'll grab that, have a little looky. Remember to replenish your ammo. So do we have unlimited ammo? Do we need to find ammo, or just make sure the gun's reloaded? Come on. You can do it. Staying at 88%. Oh, there we go. Static noise. The transport aircraft crashed. The pilot is killed in action, and communications have been cut off as well. Self-check, minor skin abrasions, nothing serious. Grade C mission, retrieve data bank, continue mission. Whoa, you went too quick with those controls. I don't have points to do that. Tune up? Can we? No, I think that was the same skills. Cannons. Right. Maybe not swipe at the missile that's on the floor. The crew are long dead and the transport ship is completely wrecked. But you get ammo. Can we find a gun? Is a gun going to be in a crate? Medipack. I'm surprised you, if you are part of this recon unit, not got a gun or something yourself. Okay. Guess we'll just go on with the knife. run around from side to side. Oh, more ammo. Use. Oh. I was just gonna say that body seems to be missing most of it. The ATC gauge will accumulate constantly in battle. Upon reaching stage 1, you can use melee weapons, attack by pressing, or use rage weapons by pressing that. Upon reaching stage 2, you can use any item or skill by pressing LZ. I'm looking at a PlayStation controller. I don't have an LZ button. When your attack's locked onto an enemy, you can press blah, 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 to switch target. Okay. So we just gotta kite it around. E. Ah, this is where we got a gun. Okay. Command swap. Firearm. That. Back. Is this really a grade C mission? I don't know. I don't know the grading, the rating. Half-eaten corpse. Okay, you can't go that way. Okay. Nice. Still out of range to shoot it. Strange. Oh, wasn't quick enough that. Oh, we got a level up. So how do we... Oh, it is loaded. Sure, I don't really know how we get EP. Equipment. Can we tune this up? Select equipment. There was upgrade though. Alright, I need 100. Yeah, because I want to increase the hit rate on that because a few of the bullets are missing. And I don't want to waste my bullets. Don't see any crates or anything around. Now that makes me think of how many other things have I missed because I didn't try and destroy the environment. Night brief. At first it was just a warning shared everywhere, don't drink untainted water. Oh, untreated. I was going to say untainted? Why wouldn't you want untreated water? Some said a glowing bug would settle at the bottom of your cup like tiny sparks of starlight swimming in the water. That day, bottled water was wiped clean from supermarket shelves. But in the second week, the story began to mutate. People who'd never drunk untreated water went down too. Their heads felt swollen, stuffed with cotton. Beneath their skin, something crawled, countless fine legs walking along among their nerves. People turned to suspect airborne transmission, and mask filter cartridges and window sealing tape became the new talismans. More unsettling still, infections showed up even in ICU wards, laying upon layers of disinfectant, positive pressure, filtration, no dust, mold should have made it in. Yet people still seized in their beds, went blank-eyed, then tore at themselves as if they're trying to dig something out from inside their skin. Nurses said they, after they clawed their skins open, strange growth appeared along their wounds, edges, thread thin, faint luminous under the light. Officials are still tracing the sources, but on the streets the rumours have already changed. Maybe what spreads was never water nor air. So they got bugs in them? Right, shooting out of range is bad. It doesn't really do anything. Okay, he didn't really do much apart from that one attack. Ran around and he got confused. Never mind. Right, so we gotta go out there. Nothing around here? Oh shit. The big gate is locked. Let's say recover small amounts of... Oh, EP. I thought it said XP. I was like, what? After 6 months away, I came home and only then realised I'd left the electricity bill unpaid. The hallway lights didn't even turn on. All the way back, I kept bracing myself. That bag of meat in the fridge should have rotted into a puddle of nauseating sludge. One whiff when I opened the door and I'd pass out. But when I opened the fridge, there was still a bite of cold inside. The meat was blackened and rancid, dotted with tiny white specks of mould. Of course it was inedible, but it hadn't melted. No seeping juices, no soft collapse, just a hard lump curled into its bag, and if time itself had been pickled. Strange still, no plastic bulged in one small spot, pressed to the meat's outline, raising and falling slowly. I stared for too long before I realised there was no wind in the kitchen, yet the fridge made a faint tap-tap like someone rasping with their fingertip. I shut the fridge door, my palms were drenched. The power that went out was this house? What? The power that went out was this house. I don't know why, but it felt like something else never stopped. So the mate was still alive? Even though it was dead? Transfer the plus points of one equipment to another. The equipment will be consumed in the process. Okay. Oh no, we're stuck between two goobbles. Well, my EP's quite high. I may as well just do that and save our items. Well, now it says open. Two bug things! Just gonna chill over there. And dodging these things aren't too bad as long as you've got the room to do it. What was I saying? Out of service. Through the window. I like how we didn't even check what was below. It's just like, yeah, jump over. Who cares if it's a sheer drop? Okay, so can now I tune this up? How do I do the thing? Okay, we just do that. Cool, alright. Please use security key. I don't have a security key. Don't have any keys. Yes, the iron gate's locked. Guess that says use security key. Well, I guess we're going in this building. That will lead us to the security key. Ah, it's like a base. Last week our captain suddenly ordered us to seal the whole block. Our security clearance for security guards was lowered and we could only move around the courtyard. The main entrance to the block has been completely sealed shut. We're not allowed to ask any questions. We can only follow orders. But recently, Ben, god damn it, Ben, has been acting suspiciously. He must be planning something. I wonder if I should report this to the captain. What's in the diary? It's the security key. Files, Mike's diary, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Right, yes. The files are in the file section. I will go through that door in a moment. More ammo. Computer broken. Activate. Ben! Ben, I don't know what your thing is, Ben. I'm guessing we've got to hunt down Ben. Ben, are you in here? Why is the mouse on the screen? This seems like a save room. paper. Over the past week, multiple hospitals have received a large number of suspected psychotract cases. Patients first report their head swelling, followed by intensive, vivid, tactile hallucinations, as if ants are crawling all over them, gnawing at their thin skin and muscles. Many scratch until their skin splits and bleeds and still can't stop, their eyes fixed as though chased by something unseen. Doctors say their presentation resembles drug withdrawal, yet screening and histories point to the same conclusion. None of the patients have ever used drugs. The City Health Bureau has launched a joint investigation and has not announced a suspected trigger. Whatever neon still burns as usual, only some whispers that what truly glows may be the invisible ant colony beneath the skin. Okay. So it's bugs. Alright, let's go fight big. You're prepared. You literally got every item that I found. Oh no, it's Ben. So keep the fountain between me and the fig. Yep. Let's see what a cannon does. Ooh. Wow. Cool. Open the map. Okay. Why am I opening the map? Did I get something from Ben? I mean, I know there's the computer, but we didn't get a code from him. Unless that wasn't Ben. In the meantime, we can upgrade. Get some more. Did we actually... Fab. Right, did we actually do it? Right, we did it. Okay. So can we put another plus in it? No. Okay. Oh, we can. Okay. I know. But Ben didn't give us anything. Like, that was just... He died. I'm assuming it's out there. Crate. Crisp light tactical vest. Nice. Some armor now. All around us. Come on. You know you wanna. Baited. How we doing? Oh, we're almost on another level. So we can go in there, go in there. There was another door as well. These stairs down. Two branching things from the oh my god. Too many paths to pick. Don't know if it's the demo or the default setting for the demo, but it seems to give you a lot of items. City government has issued an evacuation notice this morning. After completing quarantine screenings, residents may proceed to off-island isolation sites for observations. Anyone found infected during the screening will not be allowed to leave. At the harbour, white tents have been hastily erected. Their line moves like a silent snake, slowly swallowing, slowly releasing. The people in white coats holding instruments will decide whether you get to see the far side of the river. More telling still, GC is almost empty. Someone saw their convoy last night driving towards the inside of Cordon. Temporary passes stuck to the window like people who got answers early, and those left behind stood in the wind and waiting for an inspection and waiting for an evacuation. Or a verdict. This is such a massive area. See, this feels like a boss area. Did I miss something? Forklift. We're gonna battle something in a forklift. Oh. That would be funny. Can't see anything else down here, so we're gonna go back up. Go in there. Checking if any of these need a key. Off the screen, can't see where I'm going, but the camera doesn't change for that one. Oh, it's a dead end anyway. What about here? Oh, cutscene for this door. Door is made from Argos reinforced glass. Not even a resonant blade can cut through it. Okay. So, 2 doors. We'll go for this one. This one seemed like a locker room. Maybe Ben's in here? Or if that bug was Ben outside with his code. Oh no. Liquid from the ceiling. Yeah, I don't have a code for that. Emergency breakthroughs decide the wrongs of civilians or citizens. A computer revolution decides the speed of creation. Medical innovation decides the measure of life. Gravity cross changing how humans live in the future. It's just a advertisement. We need the code to that. We need the code to the computer. Got weird squelchy stuff over here. Squelchy stuff? Oh no, it's graffiti even. Reliable and durable pistol. Hit goes down. Yeah, may as well. Actually, did I do it the other way? I think I did it the wrong way, didn't I? God damn. Blue hair, severe stomach rupture, open eyes. The toxins seem to have slowed the rate of decay. There's a file in her hand. 788-965. Combat is weird. Like that you can just run past them and be like, yeah. So upgrade. So now we're upgrading this. So I guess if we upgrade the range. We can hit them for further back. And not have to get in close for potentially being grabbed. Guessing something on the computer will say about maybe the code to the logger. Can I look at stuff? No, I can't. Can I look at files while I'm on the computer? Jot this down. 7, 8, 8, 9, 6, 5. Email. There you go. Code 357. Oh, they disabled the games. That's well out of order. I guess since I'm here, I can save. In case there's going to be some big gooble. I'm imagining the locker has the forklift key. And then we use the forklift to maybe open one of the gates down there that was shut. We can run round the things, that would be good. Completely the wrong way that I wanted to go. Okay, so what does Ben's phone do? I'm so confused unless I did not read. Honey, I fixed your phone. I can't help but smile when I see the selfie we took at the rooftop last week. The photo of you hugging me, it was just too sweet. I really love your blue hair. I've asked your colleague to put your phone in the security office locker. The code is remember to pick it up after work. Sarah. So... what do we do with his phone? Can I use that to open the door? Still has a bit of charge in it. Okay. So if I missed something entirely, why would we need the phone? There wasn't anything else in here. Unless it's down the stairs and I've missed something there. I mean, the only really thing that I found downstairs was the forklift. But we need a forklift key. Let's just have another look in here. Unless we need him to unlock the phone? I'm guessing that's it because we've got enemies again in here. Temperature at 37 for 3 seconds. Okay. So Ben, the emergency exits are all sealed. Is there another way out? Ben, there's a 60 ventilation duct in the hallway 2 floors down. the safety exit on the western side of the research building lobby. I've loosened the screws so you can easily remove the grill and enter the air duct, Sarah, but the internal structure is so complex I'll get lost. Don't worry, I've marked the way, just follow the red arrows and you'll be fine. Ben, there's a grill at the end of the way, open it and you'll reach the maintenance shaft, area D4. I'll wait for you there, then we'll exit through the maintenance hatch on B2 commercial district. Sarah, but there's so many people here, can we really escape? Ben, that's why we need to escape in the middle of the night. There's an abandoned maintenance shaft. I've placed a wooden plank on it and used a forklift to cover it. Okay, so I see you in an hour. Wait to see you. Okay. Found a key in the clothing. Ah, it's the forklift. Okay. So I got the eye drops and I didn't even realise what they were for. I just thought it was like medicine, something to help me, not to keep a dead person's eyes lubricated. Wow. Follow the red arrow. The red arrow's going that way. And then there's a red arrow going that way. So this is the way she should have come. I don't know if I should follow them or the way they're pointing or follow them to the source. But then I'm pretty sure there was a crate over here that I noticed in the background. Woo! The cannon does nothing! Ow. I only needed one more shot. Oh, this seems like a dead end anyway, so I guess it was that way. Do we have... No, we don't have... Guess we'll use one of these. For a change. And then we'll follow the arrows to the source. There's a split here, I believe. Oh no, there isn't. It's just the camera angle made me think it path had split. Oh, so I'm guessing you'll just live down here. Right, I can't seem to dodge you. Alright, got rid of you though. range. Ooh. Should kill it. Yeah. Nice. So I've stopped using the knife really because, well, gun, and they've given me so much ammo for the thing. May as well upgrade this. Make it a bit stronger. Can't see if there's anything to grab over here. Ooh. Swap. Oh no, it's an add-on for it. Okay. Dodge plus. Can I? I could have been upgrading my armor. Oh, I didn't want you to go in there. I was not done exploring. I haven't gone mad, but that's not a good thing. Clarity is just another form of torture. The island is sealed. This room feels like a jar with the lid screwed on. Sometimes I can hear something wet crawling outside. Scene and Newt couldn't find out. They scratched until their nails flipped back, until flesh turned inside out, as if they could pry the thing from under their skin. Then they went still. I thought it was finally over until their bodies stuck together like two blobs of hot wax melting into one, edges clinging, stretching into strings, and then that lump stood up. It didn't walk, it didn't crawl. It crawled at a wrong, unnatural angle. I deadbolted the door and planted it with steel. The stored food is gone, hunger drums in my stomach, forcing me towards the door. But all I have to do is close my eyes and see them, how they fused. Sarah didn't come. She's a researcher. Maybe the company took her away long ago. I hope she's alright. Maybe she's already off the island, sipping hot coffee, forgetting about me. Should I go out and look for food? I cannot hold on much longer. Ben. Ben made it here. We're going up or down? Fire exits is that way. Ooh. Shiny. I guess we're going up. There's ammo everywhere. Seems like a weird way to go for an emergency exit, like all the way up. Oh, we're inside now. And then there is boss. Yeah. Kind of alien xenomorph boss ninja. Ow. Ow. Jeez. Oh, it's just glowed. It's glowing. That's bad. Oh, I can see the buff things above it. So 2 things are up, 1 is down. Nice. Yes, we stabbed him with our bullets. I am not finished with you. Damn. So that's how you open the door. So are we like an android? Okay. Woo, we can play music now. Appearances unlocked. Congratulations on completing the demo version. Added to wishlist. Yeah, I would get that. Right, and move on to the third one. So our third game is The Bunker Notes. Let's see what's going to happen here. July 11th, 2033. Today I thought about visiting Darsha. In the end, I decided not to. Most likely they've already found my bunker up there and are simply waiting for someone to come out. Or maybe there's no one left up there. Maybe the last person starved to death. And before that, they ate their own. Conditions stable. The notes say they've been no further memory lapse. Last memory, August 25, 2032. 6 months of memories are gone. It's a good thing I didn't do anything important during that time. Didn't lose anything. I never left the bunker, never visited Dara's grave, read the same books, ate the same food. I probably think about visiting Dara every day. Day 28, 2033. I knock, hope someone will answer from the outside, even though I'm the only one inside. Behind this door, maybe some trace of sane life still remains. Knock on the door. We're like primitive people again, using our minds not to build a comfortable life, but simply to keep it and hold out as long as we can. I don't know why. Just because life, even full of suffering, is all we have and what we're still fighting for. Today again, I spent half the day by the bunker door staring through the porthole. Sometimes I still want someone to blow this metal barrier apart and force their way inside. I want something to happen, someone to come in who won't kill me for my supplies. Sometimes I can simply hang in the air waiting for someone. Without warning for symptoms, I did everything I could to keep the infection from becoming fatal. I succeeded only partially, and most of my brain seems to have remained intact. I managed to avoid memory lapsing, paralysis, that's the word I want. Respiratory failure, almost. The fact that I have to keep this diary proves that I have memory problems. Paralysis affects only the lower part of my legs, mostly the toes, and if the notes are right, the virus hasn't progressed for a whole year. It seems my immune system is still holding it back. Condition stable. Last memory, August 25th, 2032. July 3rd, 2033. Why didn't Robinson Crusoe go mad after 28 years on a deserted island? Robinson Crusoe, because it wasn't he with his family. It's like the whole Robinson family. Probably because the instinct to survive kept pushing him to look for food and face challenges just to stay alive. In short, he was always busy on the island while I have nothing to do in the bunker, with 2 rooms, a storage room, a bathroom and a toilet. I don't even need to get food or make a fire. What a shame, I haven't seen a fire in a long time. Well, you could always make one. And yet the real reason Robinson Crusoe didn't go mad is that Defoe simply made him up. I've heard he was inspired by a real Scottish boatswain who, after 5 years on an island, went feral instead of making peace with nature. What keeps me from going mad is my inability to remember anything after August 25th, 2032. Perhaps this was my last gift my sister left me after her death. Condition stable, no memory lapses. July 14th, 2033. Anyone who has spent years on a deserted island probably dreams of seeing another person. In my world, meeting another person can mean someone's death. Everyone is trying to survive on their own island of sorts. I keep telling Darsha this, but she couldn't stay inside where it was safe. She kept going outside, not worrying about catching the virus. Even a mask doesn't give full protection because it's still unclear how the virus spreads. I was right, I always feel terrible or trouble coming. I felt it when I was building the bunker. The world couldn't stay peaceful for long because it's inability by people like us, or it's inhabited by people like us. An inability of people to, get along. Those who laughed at me when I was building the bunker are probably already dead, Darsha included. Condition stable. July 28, 2033. This is still not the first time I've been surprised by how quickly the canned food disappears from the storage, just like my days. Yesterday I was 46, today I am 47. Soon I see a helpless man or old man in the mirror, struggling to get dressed. Sometimes I wonder why I still haven't ended it. Am I waiting for something or someone? Most likely I just can't remember it's long enough to truly want it, but I think about it every day. The same unchanging picture in front of my eyes. I pedal the exercise bike to charge the battery and get myself light. 2 empty rooms, a bathroom and a storage room. Shelves and books, single canned meals, filtered water and air. Board games, backgammon, cards. It's a pity they cannot be sold for a piece of juicy, fatty shashlik? Guessing some kind of meat, since these games are played by 2 people. At times, seeing dreams is more pleasant than waking up in this place. There's been no one and nothing here for more than a year now. If one day I really decide, I'll take out the pistol. Like in the theatre, if there's a gun on the wall, it has to go off. Why should I lie idle? Like in the theatre? What? I don't get that. Apparently I'm just waiting for the gun to fire. September 16, 2033, condition, weakness, dizziness, getting out of bed is incredibly difficult. I have not made any entries for such a long time, strange. At first I thought the virus had finally overcome me and my immune system could no longer restrain it, but my paralysis didn't follow and my memory still seems intact. I still don't remember August 25th, 2032. It turns out to be a severe vitamin deficiency. I can barely pedal the exercise bike. Still, I do not want to sit in the dark. Though it could probably be better to lie down and rest. I am taking a vitamin complex. It should get easier soon. I was going to say, yeah, you're in a tin can, man. You're not getting any vitamin sun. I lay on the bed in complete darkness. Yesterday the battery ran out. There's no one but me to recharge it. I write entries and go to the bathroom using a flashlight. Weakness, dizziness do not go away. And constantly drowsy, especially in this darkness. I don't know how long I slept. Is it day or is it night now? I left myself a note that the battery is discharged and the vitamin deficiency is not going away. It is frightening to wake up without understanding why it is so dark and where this weakness comes from. Or maybe I did die on my bed after all and have already ended up in hell. What could be more terrible or more terrible torment for humans being than an endless darkness where you're alone and no one hears you? What could be more frightening than dying and having no one find your body? If you're dead, you're not really gonna care. What could be more horrible than dying and no one ever finding out about it and no one caring about your death? You're dead again, you wouldn't care. No one will rejoice, no one will grieve. That's the end point in which nothing in this world truly changes if you are gone. In the current situation, you understand best what it means to waste your breath when you speak into emptiness, and the emptiness is deaf and mute. Silence. My words dissolve in this place, and if I scream, no one will hear me. So this is not really a game, this is just book. Let there be light. I charged the battery and left, and life became a little brighter. Apparently for things to seem not so bad, they first have to get worse. Sometimes these actually works. Rest of the day, I spent the entire day pedaling. To be honest, after such a long rest, doing this is several times harder. September 28th, 2033. Today I discovered a curious thing between the entries dated July 28th and September 16th. You've removed pages. In the diary between the pages, I found small, barely noticeable scraps of paper that clearly belongs to the same notebook. The marks look like what's left when a page is torn out of a notebook. Why would I do this? Did I urgently need paper or something? In that case, the traces of the torn out pages would have been much more noticeable. But here, there is a feeling as if someone deliberately tried to hide the fact that the pages were removed. They didn't do a good job. Could it be that I did not write these down? Or was it something so insignificant that there was no need to remember it at all, so I solved the problem in this way? And yet I noticed it, and curiosity takes over. I hope I did not hide anything from myself. Condition stable, the vitamin deficiency seems to have passed. September 29, 2033, I counted the number of sheets in the notebook, everything checks out. On the back cover it says there's originally 180 sheets, and I counted only 172 sheets. Where did 8 sheets of the diary go? Such a number only pushes me towards the thought that something was indeed written there. But why was it necessary to get rid of these? I'm angry at myself and confused because I cannot understand myself. By the end of the day, one insane thought came up. What if it was not me who tore out these pages? It's frightening to reread these recent entries. It's hard to describe what kind of aftertaste they leave. Maybe I'm going mad from loneliness. Am I simply want to believe that someone else lives here besides me? Now I check the diary for torn out pages every day. All day long I think about the same thing. When I eat, charge the battery, go to the bathroom, lie down to sleep. Under what circumstances would I have torn out these pages only to hide something? Or if someone wanted to hide something from me? Did I say someone? It seems I am delirious. I set a trap for myself. I am in a bunker several meters underground behind a steel door and there's no one here. Do not lose your mind. Lately my entries have been very dark. I would even say suicidal in nature. Perhaps these 8 pages were structured with thoughts about suicide and loneliness, and I should not reread them, so I protected myself from them. I think this is quite logical. October 1st, 2033. After reading these entries, keep your sanity. This will lead you into an even greater confusion and may even instill fear from not understanding what is happening, but everything can be explained. This is exactly what you should do today. I was going to wash the laundry, and when I removed the sheets from the mattress I found something. Was it a paper? By the colour it's clear that it did not belong to Darsha. There was a woman's hair in my sheets. October 2nd, 2033, so someone was definitely in the bunker. The records I keep in the storeroom showed that over a month I consumed twice, almost 3 times as much food as usual. Apparently, I really was sharing my supplies with someone. Some of Darsha's clothes are also missing. It is impossible to enter the bunker without my knowledge and consent, which means that whoever entered inside was let in by me. I checked the entries to the bunker. Check the entry in the bunker is intact. There's no signs of damage or tampering. I searched the whole place for new evidence. I found nothing. I think this is obvious that it is exactly what I was writing about in these entries that were torn out of the diary. Apparently, someone else did get rid of them after all, but why? Someone was here with me, and I cannot remember who. I am like a blind man wandering through this place by torch. Someone sleeps in my bed, eats my food, uses me to survive like a parasite. This someone tried to hide their presence here as much as possible. Let me reason logically. This hair suggests that it was most likely a woman. I would certainly have been afraid to let an adult man inside. She slept in my bed and I shared my supplies with her for a month. I examined the storeroom once again several times and took out my emergency reserves of pasta and canned meat. I would only touch these reserves for something serious, so we must have been getting along well. Perhaps there was not even two of us, but three. Let us think about one more thing. The one who tore the entries out of the diary knew that the virus had practically overcome me. They knew about my memory problems, which do not allow me to remember something for longer than a day. And I keep this diary precisely so as not to miss anything important. And now it's exactly this diary that serves as my memory starting from August 25th, 2032. I told her everything. I want to go on the fact that yes, you let someone or two people, maybe it was a mother and daughter, mother and son, mother and child, um, brother and sister, or something like that. So two people you've let in. For some reason, you got on very well with the woman because she was sleeping in your bed, unless that is the only bed. Maybe you slept somewhere else. But then you also shared the food, like the special food, which means that you did get on along with them very well. Maybe they died from the virus. Maybe they got bored of being inside the bunker for a month and then wanted to leave. And because I was going to say, even with memory, could you fall in love without remembering the person the next day? But yeah, maybe it was too hard for him, so then he removed the pages himself so he would never remember who it was. Right, you've searched the storeroom many times. Let's search the living room. I searched the entire storeroom, nothing. Okay, I think things backwards. By the way, where is my pistol? There is no pistol in the living room either. October 3rd, 2033. I searched everywhere. The pistol is nowhere to be found. Apparently, I managed to tell her about it as well. I trusted her, and in the end, I was left alone again. I did not think I was forced to do anything because it would have been easier to simply kill me and take everything. So why did she not do that? So what version do we have? Approximately in August of this year, someone knocked on my door. Through the porthole, I saw a woman asking for help. She was alone. I was afraid and suspected that she was merely a bait for her friends who wanted to profit from my shelter. But I remembered that I had been living here alone for such a long time. Perhaps she was young and rather attractive, and I don't know, it seemed dangerous. Mate, I am surprised you're still alive. An apocalypse situation, suspect everyone. Her pleading eyes made me forget about the danger I let her inside. She turned out not to be dangerous. I fed her and gave up my bed to her. I was simply happy that at last there was someone else here besides me. I could talk to someone, something I had not done for a long time. She told me her tragic story and how she survived out there before ending up with me. I was so glad to see a living person that I took out my emergency reserves for a meal. So we lived for about a month, but she had other plans. It would not have been difficult for her while I was sleeping to take with her as much food as she could carry, take my pistol, and continue on her way. Then, to hide the trace of her stay, tear out the missing pages from my diary. Why? Perhaps it was that she could come back here next time and earn my trust again. Perhaps she will return soon and not alone. I could easily have brought disaster upon myself this way. Then why did she not kill me? Perhaps she lacked the courage, and not all survivors have turned into murderers and marauders. At the end of this version, there remains many questions to which it is impossible to find answers. Today another vision comes into my head, a mad one, but still a real one as it seems to me. What if I did leave the bunker, visited Daria's grave and found this woman's hair along the way? brought it back to the bunker and stared at it for a long time, thought about the person to whom it belonged. It couldn't be ruled out that the hair belonged to a long-haired man as well. My loneliness could have pushed me to the point where I might have brought this person to live here in the bunker. For that, it would have been enough to leave only evidence. The length of this hair and its location would surely have led the thought that it was indeed a woman who had been here. The supplies have been easy to eat by myself since I ate once a day. The pistol and the clothes. Buried them not far from the bunker. This entirely real and feasible. Why would I do all of this? To distract myself, even if only slightly, for everything I have to face every day. Silence and emptiness. To occupy my mind with something, some kind of riddle or adventure to postpone the inevitable. One of the best ways to not put a bullet into my own temple is to get rid of the pistol. That is exactly what I did. How pathetic am I? I'm like an Ouroboros, a snake devouring itself. What else will I do in order to try and survive? October 5th, 2033. Today I once again stood at the entrance to look through the porthole. I was waiting for that woman who took the supplies and my gun with her. I'm waiting because she could have disapproved. The version that I invented all of this and did it myself. The thought that I may not have been alone for a while warms me. Is that it? Okay. Well, yeah, that was a game. It's just a long story. Someone being in a bunker and going possibly crazy. Well, I probably wouldn't look into that one. First two, yeah. First one is kind of a maybe if it's on sale. Second one, definitely would get that. This one, meh. I would skip on this one. But yeah, that was Demo Delight, free Next Fest games. Hope you enjoyed some of them, or all of them, or one of them at least. And you might pick them up when they come out. So take care, everyone. Bye for now.